Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. The time is now. The time is now. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to TURMOIL Tuesday, where anything goes, but we are prepared. Skull. Good to see y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all be? How's it doing? I missed hanging out with y'all, and life be lifing, but here we are. TURMOIL Tuesday, as promised. Chance Paladin, good to see you, my brother. How you doing? My man Dan H is in the building. Teresa, good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing? How you be? OVP, working and listening as usual. How you doing, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. Don't work too hard tonight. Paper Buttons 19, good to see you. My man Scott Hummer's in the building. Good to see you, my brother. There is that oh so familiar name, the greatest name running these YouTube streets, folks. Coffee first. Then speak. Good to see you, sister. Hope you're doing well. She said, who did a catch in top chat? Yeah, exactly. That's right. Tell him coffee first. Tiger 454. Good to see you. How are ya? Good to see you. And there he is, my brother from another mother, the one, the only, my guy in the great state of New Yorkistan, Hudson Valley, prepping and survival. Skull, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better. Hope the voice is getting back to normal. Folks, there is no Four Horsemen tonight. We will see you on the 30th, which is next Tuesday. Skull. So no Four Horsemen tonight, but just hang around for We All Gonna Die Wednesday, and hopefully my brother will be better and do his thing. Yeah. LMDMT, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Come on in, y'all. Get situated. Sit down. We're gonna have us a conversation back to basics. Absolutely. Little old preppers in the building. Do some diff. Hey. How you doing? How's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Absolutely. Absolutely. Michelle, PW, good to see you. How are you? How you doing? How's it going? There's my guy. He's cooking and lurking. My man, Ghost Lincoln. Good to see you, my brother. Hope everybody's doing well. And for all of you amazing folks I personally may not have said anything to, I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight on Turmoil Tuesday. Back to basics. So, and most of y'all, probably if not all of y'all, my man Hutch Homestead's in the building, doing the stuff, getting it done, and he has every single receipt. If you don't believe me, you go over to his channel, check his stuff out. Good to see you, Hutch. Hope you're doing well, bruh. Yardbirds is in the building. Good to see you. CUCV Farmer is here. Good to see y'all. Hope y'all are doing. My man Rescue's in the building, as well as Robert Bates. Good to see y'all. Hope y'all doing well. So back to basics. And I don't know about y'all. I'm tired of hearing all this mess on TV and the news and the radio and the YouTube and everything else about Billy. How you be? How you doing? How could I miss Billy? Good to see you, Billy. Hope you're doing well. Tell Metal I said, hey, yeah, yeah. But I'm tired of hearing all this. This is going to happen on this date, and you better get this stuff, and you better buy my stuff, and we're having a fire sale going out of business because we're closing down our website. Boy, I'm tired of it, y'all. I'm tired of it all, and I've gotten to the point where I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it unless it's happening here in the great state of Ohio. I don't want to hear it. Karen, good to see you. How you be? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. But all this doom and gloom and all that mess. Thank you, Teresa, for dropping Hutch's YouTube channel. Appreciate it. Yeah, I am so tired of hearing this mess. Exactly, Mike. Yes, shelter, water, security, food, in that order. Folks, here, VP Central, aka Zion. Rule 2IC, my brother, good to see you. He said fundamentals. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Rob B, you're not late, my brother. You right on time. Back to the basics, fundamentals. Aston Teen 85, so good to see you. How are you? Um, I on YouTube, I'm getting back to the basics because I guess people are starting to wake up and starting to prepare. Some of the other content creators out there may have noticed it. I don't know, but I'm going back to the basics. I'm tired of talking about stuff. Um, we have been sounding the bell for years now, and it's going to happen. Yeah. Don't know when, don't know what, but we're going to be prepared. And that's what I'm getting back to. Talking about the basics. Juby Joe, welcome in. Welcome in. Juby said, understood, had to take a break from the hype and be more selective. Same here. And I've been spending more time with the family, doing things and stuff like that. Yeah. JD, good to see you. How's your cousin? How's your cousin Willie doing and all that? Yes, hello. Airway, breathing, and circulation. ABCs. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's the basics, y'all. And I'm actually started a new series. I dropped the intro last night. Items that we all need in our trauma kit, which I'm going to be dropping, and we're going to be talking about specific items. May be doing probably some hands-on. It is definitely not medical advice, and you need to seek professional training. CPR, AED, stop the bleed, all of that good stuff. Yeah. And that's how we do it. Great and Grace, good to see you. Tell Badger, Uncle VP said, behave. I know he's not going to listen, but just tell him I said behave. Good to see you, Grit and Grace. And by the way, give Merle a pat on the head for me. But that's the name of the game. My brother, Half Ready. Good to see you, man. I've been missing a lot of y'all in here. Good to see everybody tonight. Thank y'all for stopping by. Yep, exactly. Well, Trent, even with the NFL shows up to training camp, they start with blocking and tackling, just like the youth league. Absolutely, and I remember those days with our son. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Badger. If y'all have not seen Badger, yeah, y'all missing something. Amy King, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. But the basics, y'all, you know, uh as let me find Mike's comment. Um he said it best. And I'm gonna leave that up on the screen once I find it, if I find it. And he did it in order and starts out with shelter. Yeah. So we're going to be doing some stuff and be talking about the basics because I've had an influx of people asking me about prepping. Yeah. And folks, it is what it is. And shelter, water, security, food in that order. And we're going to be talking about all of it. But the first series is items that we all need in our trauma kit. And then I'm going to do a series probably coinciding with basic solar generator applications using different things that we would need when the power goes out in our house with our generators. Don't care if it's solar, gas, electric. Y'all know the deal. I'm gonna be putting together a series on that stuff as well. Last night had a Patreon members only live stream, which was pretty good. And we talked about the basics. And last night we talked briefly about water and things like that. Nick Easy, good to see you. Whoop bang, how are you? How you doing? Welcome in, my brother. Do me a favor, y'all. If you haven't yet, hit the like button, share this live stream out, and after the live, come back and leave a comment because YouTube hates anybody that tells the truth. Yeah, Boom 22, welcome in, welcome in. And some of my content creator friends and good friends, I'm going to hit you up on different topics to join me for an overall video on back to basics. Juby Joe, if you go to Patreon, you can see the link and you can go watch the replay. Yeah, yeah. My man, the one, the only, the OG himself, Old Mutt. Good to see you, sir. Solar generators can power 120-volt stick welder. And if you don't believe me, he has pictures. And if you don't believe Old Mutt, he has pictures. I seen them. Yeah, absolutely it can. 120-volt stick welder. Absolutely. See, Old Mutt is one of those guys that he just does. And I learned a lot from him. Yeah. CUCV Farmer said, breaking news, folks. Today, Secret Service found Sim Farm that could have taken down 9/11 in New York City where President Trump was speaking at the UN. Okay, there we go. There we go. Rule, yes, indeed. I hope so, man. I hope so. I may record something tonight. Karen said, my children, nieces, nephews, neighbors, etc., have come around asking advice for the last 2 weeks. I think the Charlie Kirk murking has opened a lot of eyes. It has. Unfortunately, Karen, but it has. And that's okay. The only time that you can't prep is when you can't prep. It's never too late until it's too late. So, give them information. And for those of y'all that are on our Patreon channel, tons of documents over there to download. I got more to download. I've been going through my libraries and I'm putting more stuff up there. And it's all about back to the basics, folks. Anthony Crouch, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Boone 22 says freeze drying beef organ meat for dog treats. Absolutely. Cole loves it. We also dehydrate chicken feet, and he loves those as snacks. But back to the basics, y'all. The things that got us to where we are now in preparedness. I'm literally going through and rechecking everything, taking inventory of all my preps, see, keep a new list of what we need, what is about to expire, so that we can rotate it into our pantry like we always do, and check on my other gear. And Blackbird, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And things like that. For example, water. How are you going to store water when the water is cut off? Those are the things we talked about in depth last night, for the members only, and that's where it all starts. Water is life, because we all know that 3 days without water, you're in trouble. And there's a document that I'm going to put up on my Patreon channel, if I have not put that up there already, that talks about water storage for preppers. And I'm going to put that over there for everybody, paid members and free members, because I want everybody to have the information. Know the signs of dehydration. Know how to purify water. Know how to store water. Know how to collect. Do you know where the water sources are in your area if you have to go source water? Plain and simple, folks. These are the things that we need to. My man, Apocalyptic Awakening, my brother. Matter of fact, I got to call you tonight. We need to talk about a couple of things, or three, but back to the basics, And my man, Apocalyptic Awakening, called me out and said, "Do it, dude. You got to get back to the basics, because the time is now." Everybody's feeling this uneasiness that something is going to happen. I don't know if it is going to happen, and I don't know when it's going to happen. But when it does, and if it does, I will be prepared to take care of myself, my family, loved ones, and I want everybody to be able to do the same thing. Amy King says, how are you going to get clean water when the stored water runs out as well? That's right. That's why I talk about, Amy. Know where you have water sources where you can go source water, bring it back home, purify it, sanitize it, and drink it, and bathe in it, and cook with it, and do everything that you need to do. Those are the things you gotta think about, and those are the types of videos that I'm going to be putting out. I think I have a playlist already that's entitled Life is Water, that I'm going to be adding more videos to it about water and sourcing water and all that stuff. Yeah. Yep. Gnostic Nomad, welcome in, my brother. Good to see you. Exactly, little lone prepper. You have to have a renewable water source. Yes. Last night, I forget who it was. I think it was Jules. I was talking with on our members only live stream. She has a second well, and I'm that's on my list to get that done. I want to dig a second well and go from there. But those are the things that, folks, we got to think about. We got to think about it. We need to make sure that we have the basics covered: shelter, food, water, security, medical, communications. Got to do that, folks. We got to have that stuff in order, intact. Yep. CUCV, dehydration equals no sweating, no peeing. You got that right. But, we got to make sure, especially with water, folks, that not only are you storing it and rotating it, but you know the renewable sources in your area. We've got about 4 that I have mapped out, that if we need to source water for whatever reason, we can do it, and get it done, and be able to sanitize it and use it without anybody getting sick. And I'm going to go into more detail with that in videos. Tuck, good to see you. How are you? Hope you're doing well down there in the Sunshine State, and everything is going well. Exactly, OVP. Yep. My man, my brother, he goes all in on everything, and he's telling it like it is. Michael Wolf, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see everybody. But back to the basics. I mean, I'm done with I'm going to the basics of preparedness, as if I'm just starting out. And we got to do what we got to do. Yep. Half Ready said storage for all your preps is important. Is so important. If you need shelving or containers, the time is now. Yes. And by the way, this is a FYI. I heard this today in a video from a gentleman who is a trucker that makes his living, the majority of his money, going to the docks, picking up containers and delivering to where they go, shipping containers. And his job called him today, told him don't come to work because there's no containers. He's been doing this, I forget how long, but a good long time. And this is the first time they ever called and told him, do not report to work because there's no containers. Folks, I don't know if it's true or not, but please, if there are things you need, the needs, focus on the needs, prioritize the needs, and get the needs. Rip Curl, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family is well. But we're in for some tough times, y'all, and it's just a matter of time. But don't skimp on the basics. Don't skimp on the, well, I'll get that next week or the week after. If you can afford it and it's in your budget, get it now, y'all. There's a couple of items that I picked up that we needed and I need to get more of, and all that good stuff. My Renaissance grandma, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, Rip. His job said there are no containers that came in to the dock or wherever he is to pick up to deliver. Folks, we're getting ready to feel the pinch even harder. Grit and grace. Badger is currently trying to regain access to the coop. Merle is assisting. Of course he is. Yeah. Yeah. Could be yard birds. I don't know the situation, but it could be. Yep. Exactly, Robert Bates. No way to store all the water you need for even 2 people. 3 gallons per person equals, and here's how you do the math on it. 3 times 2 times 30 is 100 gallons per month. 180 gallons times 12 is 2,160 gallons per year, just for 2 people. No gardens, no pets, and that's it. Do the math, and that's how you calculate it. And I'm with you, Robert Bates. And I even say, instead of 3 gallons per person, I say 6 gallons per person. And you can do the math on that as well, folks. And for all of y'all that have homesteads, that have wells, you got to make sure you got a way to run your well pump if and when the lights go out and there is no power. How are you going to run your well pump to get the water out of the ground? Yep. Ooh, KP, my brother, good to see you. He said, I'm a longshoreman and haven't worked in almost 2 weeks. Wow. Wow. See, y'all, there's things going on that the media mafia is not going to report because it's going to come back to bite us later and hit us in the pockets. And y'all know me, I don't preach gloom and doom, but I will say, get it while you can. Get it while you can. Jules, there you are. Good to see you. How you doing? Tell Gordon, hey. Emerald Coast Stacker, good to see you. Nope, you didn't miss too much. And if so, you can hit the replay button and go back and pick up where you didn't hear it. And that's the beauty of YouTube, folks. We're talking about back to the basics. And I'm getting back to the basics and start talking more about the basics. Granny's Corner, good evening. There you are. Welcome in. Right. She said, hope people are listening. And as you say, the basics, get them as soon as you can. Thank you, Granny's Corner. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And welcome, welcome, and welcome. Make sure y'all hit that like button because, YouTube doesn't like not only me, but anybody else that tells the truth. But folks, there's a lot going on that the media mafia is not going to tell us about that is going to impact not only me, but you, everybody out there in one way or another. And I've come to the conclusion that there are a lot of people starting to wake up and start preparing. So it's time to hit the basics and get back to the basics because it's the basics that are not going to only help you survive, but help you thrive in whatever situation it may be. Yeah. Yep. Tiger said, I had something try to rip off the vent to the chicken coop the other night. Luckily, it didn't make it. Probably Robbie the raccoon. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing, and I'm glad. But, folks, it's getting tight. I'll say that. The freeze dried guy. There you are. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a great day today. Good to see you and thank you for joining us tonight. Michael Wolf, good to see you. Uh-oh. He said YT just got slapped. They had to bring back all the channels and bring back people that got demonetized. Of course they did. And we'll see. They're probably fighting tooth and nail. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Been cleaning out our pantry and restocking. That's what you got to do, folks. We got to go through it and figure it out, clean it out, reorganize, count, and resupply. Jason Hewing, good to see you, my brother. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Carolina, good to see you. Carolina Country Homestead. So good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great day today and everything is perfect in your republic, wherever you may be in these great states. Yeah, yeah, yes. Boone 22 said there's a great book called Reader's Digest Back to Basics. Great resource book. There you go, folks. Check it out. Check it out. Of course they will, Yardbirds. They'll blame it on AI. Dave Busby, welcome in. Good to see you. Half Ready said, yep, YouTube admitted they were censoring us at the former administration advice. Of course they were. And advice, yeah. So they said, sure, we'll listen to you because they don't think for themselves. So who cares? They're a bunch of retards anyway. Anywho, folks, push away from the news. Turn, as my grandfather used to say, turn off that idiot box and focus on you and your family and having what you need and what you must, because Hard times are coming. Don't know what, don't know when, but they're approaching probably faster than we think. Donald Hoot, welcome in, my brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you for joining us. The basics, y'all: shelter, water, food, security, communications, medical. Write them down, check them, go through your inventory, especially your medical supplies. If you have stuff that is outdated, get rid of it. Get rid of it and resupply and know your source. Um, no, but do some diff said, I'm cooked. I'm in an apartment. Not necessarily. So you and your neighbors, y'all could lock down your floor. Y'all could lock down the building. You just got to talk to folks and see, you know, who's like minded and can help out. Yeah, that's how you do that. Very much so. Ascentine 85 said, my dad used to say, looks like a good one to miss. Right? Right? Um, yeah. Oh, you and me both, Yardbirds. Plethora. And my dad, yeah, had amazing knowledge and information. Yeah. Coffee First said, every 6 months I go through the medical, all of it, including OTC meds. Yes. And if there's OTC meds you need, please, folks, get it now. Get it while the getting is good. Because if it's true about containers and them not coming or being half full, or should I say half empty, and not bringing in all of the other stuff, you know where all of our medications come from. So get them while they're still in the stores and on the shelves. Um, that's imperative, that any type of medication you need or your family needs, get it. Ed, good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Please tell Tara we said hey. He said, I hope all is getting ready. I hope all is getting ready for Q1 of 2026. They are predicting that when all these data centers come online, electricity will increase by 75% in first operating quarter. And that does not surprise me, Ed. And yeah, do it, folks. Get ready for it. And get the things you need. Prepare yourself. Yes. And that's how you do it. Robert Ham said, do some diff. You may be in an apartment, but you also have the tactical advantage of having the high ground. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Yeah. Ooh, Jason, this Shanna. Shanna just fried up some catfish. I know that's right, Jason. Tell Shanna, by the way, I said, hey, hope she's doing well. Yes, indeed. Y'all making me hungry. I made beef stew last night, and I'm going to be dishing up a bowl here briefly after the live stream. Yeah. And folks, please, if you have, oh, got a question here. What is your advice on dealing with difficult neighbors who have no interest in being neighborly? Their overall attitude really concerns me, and then SHTF situation could be a legit threat. Well, Emerald Coast Stacker, you just gathered critical intel right there. You know you have neighbors that could be a problem. That right there is knowledge. So they're on your watch list. And during SHTF event, you know you may have to deal with them. And I will say this: deal with them swiftly and deal with them in a manner that they either will leave you alone, or they're going to end up being the solution to a bigger problem. But just know that they're there and the potential threat that they could cause. That's all you can do for now. And just keep an eye on them for sure, and know what they're about and what they're about. in what they're doing. Yeah. Yep. Dave Busby, dude, my Trinidad scorpion peppers have turned bright red and are popping. I've got probably 6 dozen to pick. I've got probably 6 dozen habaneros, 6 dozen ghost peppers, jalapenos, poblanos, and we had rain yesterday and the day before, and they are ready for the picking. Tomatoes and everything. So I'm with you on that, and we'll be doing that tomorrow. Yep. Uh-oh. Carolina said, "Yeah, I just put up a short of apple butter and put the ingredients in a post." There you go, folks. If you want to make apple butter, get it done. Yeah. But get back to the basics. Get back to the basics. The things that will sustain not only you, but your family for the long haul, folks. Uh, the book I read talks about a wise man sees trouble and avoids it. And we were talking last night, and I think it was Scott Hummer who mentioned, prepping and being prepared is like an insurance policy. Right, Dave? Yeah. Prepping is like an insurance policy. You never know, and I pray we never have to rely on our insurance policy, but if we do, we going to be all right. Yeah. We going to be okay. Yep. Exactly, Granny's Corner. All your preps don't need to be known to anyone other than those that live in your home. Very true. Very, very true. And that's part of OPSEC, operational security. You don't need to go around blabbering about everything you got. Skull. Mm-hmm. There you go. Boone 22. Her brother-in-law just gave her another 50 pounds of carrots. Can them things up. Yeah. Yep. Do some diff said no floors, just sidewalks and stairs that lead to the doors. Well, first thing what you need to do, my brother, is figure out how you're going to barricade doors and windows. That's rule number one. Security. You got to know how to secure your domicile. And there's a whole lot of smart people in the chat um, that can help with that and give you some suggestions. That's first thing. Secure the homeland. Yep, exactly. Boone, loose lips sink ships. Yes, indeed. But the thing is, y'all, myself and a whole bunch, every other content creator in the chat, we've been talking about this stuff for years, and people really weren't listening until it hit home to them. And now I think more folks are waking up and understanding that. Canna John, good to see you, my brother. How are you? How's everything going up to the north of us? And hope you're doing well. Yeah, yeah. Right, Ghost? Right. Like I always say, I got nothing, but I know where to find it. That's true. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Um, things like basic needs, folks. Basic. I'm talking basic needs. Shelter. Shelter. What if your house burns down? I pray to God and hope it doesn't. If it burns down, what are you going to do for shelter? Where are you going to go? Those are the things we got to think about. Oh, Doc Holliday. I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, one of my favorite characters. Good old Doc Holliday. But if your house burns down, what are you going to do for shelter? Water, food. Do you really know how much food you have and how long it'll last? You ain't got to tell nobody. Don't even tell me. But for you and your family, those are the things you got to think about. How much food do you have? How long is it going to last? How are you going to prepare it? Those are the things that are the basics. Hygiene. The basics: food, water, shelter, security, the basics. Communications, the basics. Will this thing really help you? I don't know. Whatever the radios are that you have, you better be testing and make sure they work with those that need to work. I don't care what kind you get, what kind you have, test them regularly and make sure that they do what you need them to do. And also have a no communications plan. What if, boom, the grid goes down? Boom, right now. Cell phone towers, electricity, nothing is working except maybe these things. Um, do you know what to do? Does your family know what to do? Do your people know what to do? Yeah, exactly, Boone. Have multiple locations and caches of food. Yes, yes. That's right, freeze dry guy. Keep your dental and general health good as part of the basics. You got that right. And I'll be talking more about that in the series. Items for your trauma kit and stuff like that. Medical. Do you have a dental kit? Things like that. Right, Ed. Gauze and bandages. If you think you have enough gauze, you don't, folks. Get more because believe it or not, if anything goes down, even an accident, an incident, you're the number one thing that you will use more of than anything else is gauze. Um, you got to do it. You got to get enough. Yes, and if you don't have enough, get them now. I don't care where you get them from. I don't care. Just get them and have them, so that when you need them, you got enough that's going to last not only you but your family as well. Basics, back to basics, folks. Um, so when the grid goes down, you also have to think about light management at night. How are you going to do it so that your neighbors and everybody 2 to 3 miles away don't see lights on in your house? Yeah, yeah. Contractor black trash bags, blackout curtains. How you going to do it? You got to go through that. Half Ready said, me and my son were talking yesterday. We were woefully behind in practice of Freedom Seed Dispenser back to training this weekend. Yes, folks, you got to train. Welcome back, Steel and Tree. Um, OVP, when is the new puppy coming? So, talk to my breeder. The new puppy is born, and as of what's today? Tuesday. As of Sunday, the new puppy is 3 weeks old, and we will be getting him when he is 8 weeks old. So, in about 5 weeks, we're going on a mission to get the new puppy. And the new puppy is a brindle, African Borbal. I cannot wait. I've seen pictures. My breeder sent me some pictures. And that little dude, well, he's not so little. He's getting big. And that dude is going to be amazing. And Cole is going to be Cole. Yeah. That's right, Ghost Lincoln. Natural night vision. Yes, you are. You do have night vision as well. Yes, you are. You have natural night vision. I know that. I've seen it in action. But yes, the new puppy will be here probably in about 5 weeks. So we'll say the end of October. And um, can't wait. Cannot wait for Cole. Technically, it will be Cole's nephew because his brother from a litter is the father. So technically, it's Cole's nephew, but of course, it'll be his little brother. And they are going to do all types of stuff. Yes. Little Lone Prepper said, learn to be invisible to neighbors. If they know you have food, they're going to come a knocking. it will be hard to turn people away. And those are some of the hard decisions that we are going to have to make, folks, by saying, nope, can't help you, and going about your business. To answer that tough question, don't answer the door. Yeah, don't answer the door. Yeah. Granny's Corner said, blackout in the house is something I learned during hurricane. As people see light, they show up. You got that right. Absolutely. Thank you, Boone. I'm so excited. This little dude is, I cannot wait to see him. Yeah, that's right. Ghost Lincoln. That's right. I am. I am door dashing a puppy. Yes, we are going to pick him up and bring him home. Yes, that's right, OVP. I wanted a brindle, and out of the litter, my breeder, I'm trying to think, they either had 8 or 11 puppies. Out of the litter, he had 2 male brindles. He's keeping one, and I get the other one. And another one of his customers is getting a blue Borbal female. She's beautiful. She is beautiful. Yes, a new puppy. And so, there's going to be an episode of Kicking It with Cole with him and his little brother. And the COO gave him an amazing name, and the name definitely will be fitting him. Yeah. KP said, I was pricing that stuff to counteract drug overdose. It was $29. Now it's $35. Yeah. Yeah. Robert Bates. You know what, Robert? He could be, but I'm guesstimating he'll be probably somewhere between 40 pounds and maybe 50. Because I know when we picked up Cole, he was in the 40s at 8 weeks old. So yeah. Karen, no. Our Cole is not a Connie Corso. Cole is an African Borbal, and so is his little brother. Will be an African Borbal, and I cannot wait. Yes. The freeze dry guy, Vision. Are you still planning to have how to show? Planning to have a how to show on the best use of Baofeng radios in preps. Freeze dry guy. I may touch on that, and I am going to tell you now, I am not an expert, but I will probably pull somebody that I know that is. And we will talk about the best use of Baofeng radios. Matter of fact, I just bought 2 more Baofeng UV5RMs, and yeah, I'm loving them. So yeah, I'm going to do a basic radio thingy. So, and I'm going to have some guests, and we're going to talk about the basics, because I am not an expert, by no means necessary. I know how to use it, and I know where I can and do all that stuff. Trish in Progress, did I see you come in? Good evening. How are you? How you doing? How you be? There she is. Good to see you, Trish. Thank you for joining us. But the basics, folks, don't sleep on the basics, because those are the things that are going to help us survive. Yep, do some diff. Hopefully we'll have a new pup before Halloween. Yes. Yep. Definitely. So, don't skimp on them. Go through your preps, folks. Don't think that you have everything you need. Go through them, check them, look at them. I check the stuff, the preps we can. I go through them once a month and make sure no lids popped or nothing seeped or cracked. All that good stuff. And just to make sure. And if they do, they get tossed. and they get replaced. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But the COO has been dehydrating herbs and peppers and all that good stuff, and to the point where the dehydrator just died, and had to get a new one. Yeah, had to get a new one. Who are my guests coming up? Not sure, OVP. I got a couple in mind. I have to reach out to them and see. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm mentally planning. So we just got to bring it to fruition, and we'll create a video and throw it out. Um, my live streams, I don't know. I mean, the Four Horsemen ride next Tuesday. I may cut down to one live stream a week and just start pumping out tons of videos. Not sure yet. It depends, because I do like hanging out with y'all, and I miss y'all. So that's going nowhere no time soon. Coffee said, "Oh, I'm good with the mental stuff." Oh wait, I am mental. Yeah, there you go. Juby Joe said, "I need a COO." She doing her thing, y'all. And matter of fact, we got so much stuff to throw in the dehydrator. I bought a bigger one that I think it has either 10 or 12 shelves. So we're putting that thing in full blast and doing it and getting it done. Yeah. Do Some Diff said, that's why I don't even know how I would approach people here to see whether or not they're like minded. That might let me know or suspect I have something. True. And just talk about, I don't know, talk about the price of eggs and how they've gone up. Cole, it's okay. Well, go see mommy. ADT at its best. So just approach them and talk about current events. See where they are. That may give you a thing or two. Yeah. You got that right, Rule. Content creating is a ton of work. It is. And, but it's worthwhile, because I just want to deliver a product that helps everybody at some point in time. Yeah. Yeah. That's how you do it. Yeah. Michelle Cole has awakened. Yes, he has. He heard something that I didn't hear, and off he went. He barked, he's gruffing, and he will probably make his way back in here just to tell me, Dad, all is okay, and everything's all right. Yep. Yep. Harvest Right is still on the plate from 2022. I'm with you, Juby Joe. Same here. And here he comes. You okay? Everything all right? I would say it is, because you, my friend, you're doing okay. You okay? Everything good? All right. Plop down and relax. You see his position there. He puts his back to me, facing the door. In case danger enters, he can be on the case, because they're in his place. Right, Grit and Grace Coal Patrol. Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine two of them? Yeah. Yeah. But, folks, back to the basics. Don't forget the basics. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And those are the things we can't sleep on. Exactly, half ready. Yeah, in case the COO comes down with a treat, trust me, if he smelled a treat and thought Mama had a treat, he would have went all the way upstairs. Yes, I think the COO is sleeping. I think she is sleeping, and that's okay. She did a 12-hour day on Sunday, and she's been nonstop ever since. Have a good evening, Wolfgang. Appreciate you, my brother. And I'll be talking to you soon. Make sure you smash that like button on the way out. Yeah. So yeah, folks, look over your basics. Get back to the basics. Stock, restock, know how to source things if the stores are closed. Where are you going to source water? Know your foods. Where are you going to source food at? Everything. Power, security, medical, all that good stuff. Um, yeah. Rob said, I need to win the lottery and move to Alaska. Yep. Blackbird said, have to run the generator for a bit, too much rain and not enough sunshine. I'm with you on that. And that's another thing, solar management, tons of stuff. Tons of stuff that, how you going to manage your solar on days when it's cloudy or you're not getting, all of the sun's capacity to recharge to a usable level. What are you going to do? Those are the things that we got to figure out and plan for. Yeah. Granny's Corner said, I'm amazed how the dog hears everything that goes on inside and out. Absolutely. I mean, when there's critters running around close to the house, he knows. He'll run to a window or he'll put his nose in the air and start sniffing and start walking toward a specific area and look out a window. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Granny's Corner. I appreciate you joining us tonight. You're more than welcome. Have an amazing evening. Grit and Grace said, lately, y'all got to go lock the chickens in the coop and make sure Badger didn't find his way in. Of course, Grit and Grace, he's going to find his way in. Yeah. Little Lone Prepper said, whew, the apocalypse is going to be a lot of work. Hey, it is, but not only are we going to survive it, but we're going to thrive during it. Little Lone Prepper, for sure. But I need to say this. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate it. I truly do. And, I know I haven't been on in a couple of weeks. Life has been lifing, and that's okay. And just doing what needs to be done for the family and friends and other things, and just trying to be prepared for whatever this turmoil, and mayhemic world throws at us, y'all. And I'm just trying to be ready. Yep. Watch your grapes. Raccoons love them. They will destroy your crop in one evening. Yep. And fortunately, I'm not growing grapes this year. Yeah. Are we, Cole? Because you can't have grapes. But you and Mom definitely did a number on the blueberries and mulberries and blackberries, didn't y'all? Yeah. Rotten. Just rotten. But, folks, back to basics. Keep the basics in mind. All that other stuff is fine and dandy. I want an MRAP with a turd on top, but that ain't in the budget, and I ain't won the lottery because I don't play it. But I'm gonna make sure me and mine are good. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All of y'all are great. All of y'all are great. And that's what we do. Yeah. Rob B said, "Isn't it the end of times tomorrow per prepper now?" I don't know about that, but we all gonna die on Wednesday, according to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Vet Prep, good to see you, my brother. How you doing? Hope everything is going well for you, and good to see you, Skull. Mm-hmm. And on that note, folks, please, 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 please remember this: keep on prepping because your family depends on you, and it depends on your life. This is Vision Preparedness. God bless everybody. Have an amazing evening. Enjoy the rest of your Turmoil Tuesday, and we will see y'all in the next video. Have a good evening, good night, and God bless. The time is now.